Welcome into Sear Arena today. Devin Dobeck, Abby LePage along with you as the East Longmeadow Spartans are set to take on Tri-Town High School rather, from Ellington, Connecticut. Should be a good one here. Spartans coming off a devastating 8-2 loss at one of the bigger games of the season thus far. They lost that one 8-2, fueled by, as you noted in the pregame, 7 power play goals scored by Longmeadow. Abby, what's going to have to change here in order for the Spartans to get back in the win column?
I think the biggest factor is definitely going to be their discipline. Obviously, with those 7 power play goals, they're going to need to stay out of the box for this one in order to make sure they get as many offensive opportunities. And an early goal. Is that going to be Tommy Cakeley?
Yeah, you'll take that right off the bat. Not even 10 seconds into this one. A turnover by Tri-Town, and that's all it took. Kind of a bang-bang play, and they beat the goaltender. It's going to be Douglas making the start. Alexander Douglas, number 31, the senior.
And this was the early energy that East Longmeadow needed, especially coming off of, it was just 2 days ago that they were really hyped going into that matchup against Longmeadow. Their spirits looked crushed by the end of the game, but now set the tone for the rest of this one.
Eric Bava for Tri-Town with the bad turnover that allowed East Longmeadow's Cakeley to cash in. Speak of the devil, here's Bava in the corner. He sends it into the neutral zone. Good keep from Mandrala, but it goes right back the other way. Here's Provinger. His shot goes wide, and East Longmeadow now the other way. Here's Carson LePage entering the zone. Wins the battle. Now behind the net, sends one in front. Oh, still loose. And now Tri-Town the other way.
Especially with these top 2 lines, as Sherwood covers, they've definitely been looking from behind the net to make those passes inside the slot. It's been really good with Fisher, Asher. Those 2 specifically have been making good passes from behind the net to try and find their centers in the slot to get good shot opportunities.
Sherwood will take the draw. Opposite of him is Provinger. LePage takes the hit to play it up the boards. Here comes Sherwood, 2-on-1 the other way. He's got Fisher, and the shot comes in. Saved by Douglas. Tries to sprawl out and get it, but his teammate bails him out. And the zone is cleared. Nice 2-on-1 chance there, Abby.
Yeah, bad communication between the goaltender and his defenseman there. He poked the puck away as the goaltender was sprawled out on the ice, but it was a good rebound opportunity off the pad save.
Tri-Town just inches away from going down 2-0 early here. Nice save by Douglas. The other way, here's a shot. Quick save, Sherwood on the rebound. Can't be stuffed home. Now a wraparound attempt is ripped and goes wide, deflected into the corner. Aiden Asher, one of the 3 captains, right over to another one in Teddy Kuhn. It's numbers up the ice for East Longmeadow. Kuhn trying to lay the body. He turns the puck over. Now here comes Tri-Town trying the stretch pass, and Provinger with a nice move to get around Forsyth. Forsyth, a good recovery. And O'Brien then a turnover. It gets sent in front of the crease and knocked down.
Yeah, the senior defending pair is definitely more defensive as their strategy. Here comes Page with the shot, I believe, wide.
Aiden Asher just missed that one.
Asher.
Douglas had the goalie out of his crease, and we'll see if East Longmeadow can make anything out of the zone time. Nice keep that time.
Alec Nero, the 2-goal scorer from the Longmeadow game, he was looking good, and the only good-looking East Longmeadow player from that Longmeadow game, coming off of missing the last game, which was pretty impressive by the junior.
Yeah, those penalty minutes are just really what sealed the coffin for East Longmeadow. Unable to play even-strength hockey, and Longmeadow took advantage of just about every mistake that they were given. Forsyth playing it cross ice, out of Mandrala's reach. And it's sent back into the East Longmeadow zone. O'Brien whacks it out. Down goes a Spartan. Ref's arms stay down. Cakeley. 1-on-5 into the Tri-Town zone, and he'll lose it. Spartans get a wholesale change.
Another factor I believe that is going to be a big important thing for East Meadow to address in this game is control in the neutral zone.
Here comes LePage, 2-on-1, pass over, and they score! Aiden Fisher cashes in the pass from LePage right on the money, and East Longmeadow has a 2-0 lead, not even 4 minutes into this one.
Yeah, once again, that was just off of the turnover by Tri-Town in the neutral zone that LePage was able to capitalize off of and send that pass over to a wide open Aiden Fisher.
As you can see, these lines developing more and more chemistry. Spartans with a 4-2-1 record, of course, looking to put together somewhat of a good season with this core group who they've had the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, and one of the interviews I did with Dan Reed in the preseason, he talked about how he's been with the senior group for 5 years now. So they've been able to build a lot of chemistry with each other, and they've been good leaders thus far with the underclassmen group this year.
As they've gotten older, things have gotten more competitive and they've won more games. Giuseppe Lee entering the zone. He's shoved off. And now taking it the other way is Provencher. He turns it over to Asher. Asher plays it right over for Keller Reed. Dobeck trying to chop it to Kuhn. Kuhn's wrist shot goes wide on the short side.
I think a good thing East Longmeadow's been able to keep up is the shots low so that they can get those rebound opportunities right in the crease.
Here's Forsythe trying to keep it in. And now Tri-Town trying to create an odd man rush the other way. This will be a delayed offsides as Tri-Town going to have to regather. Provencher has been all over the ice for Tri-Town really quick. He's going to be a player to watch if Tri-Town has any chance in this one. Here's Eric Bava, stick handling right over the neutral zone. Gets it over to Birmingham. Birmingham's wrist shot goes wide. No trouble for Sherwood there. And off the board all the way back into the Tri-Town zone. Nice pressure applied that time for the Spartans by Nareau. And we're going to get a whistle. We'll see, I believe just an offside.
Yeah, once again, Alec Nareau keeping up the energy from last game. Looking for him to cash in on this line with Mike Manjala and Tommy Cakeley.
Cakeley's already got a goal here tonight, that first one. And yes, that line trying to build on their success. Keller Reed trying to come help his teammate. We're going to get a whistle, and I believe the puck going to be deemed frozen, and we'll get a face-off.
Yeah, no trouble for Sherwood thus far into this game. As I try to mention every game, I mean, Colin Sherwood has been the backbone of this East Longmeadow squad all year. Unfortunately, just, a tough game against Longmeadow last game. As sophomore Owen Reed had to step in for the third period, but hoping to have him see a bounce-back game from him.
This one off the stick of Bava all the way back to his zone. He's going to need some help. Grizzlick there. But Bava will wrap it around the boards. Spartans unable to keep it in as Giuseppe Lee just a second late. He dumps it in, and Sherwood taken down on the play. Tri-Town trying to exit their own zone. A scrum in the corner, and now puck loose. Behind Douglas's goal, Tri-Town trying to clear it, and they finally do.
This is completely
legs for both sides.
The opposite of the Longmeadow game, as a good play by the East Longmeadow defenseman. I believe that was Keller Reed. As East Longmeadow's finding a lot more time in their offensive zone to get those opportunities.
Yeah, Wojcik had a golden opportunity, just couldn't complete the move. As you said, great defense. Kuhn taken down there on his own power, though, and so we play on. Nice play by Forsythe to keep the puck loose. Here comes Teddy Kuhn coming in with numbers, passes to Dobeck, he scores! A great 3-on-1 executed by East Longmeadow, and they have their third goal to show for it. Braden Dobeck from Teddy Kuhn, captain to captain.
With just about 8 minutes left in this one, a great on-ice pass for the tip, just over glove side, I believe, of the goaltender. This is a great start for East Longmeadow, hoping to keep it up.
7:55 to go here, period one, and the Spartans currently in cruise control. on pace to score 18 goals, if my math is correct. It's been a very active first few minutes here. Here's Aiden Asher's shot. Might have got a piece of the outside of the post. Goes around. Now Forsyth pinching down low. Trying to play it for Kuhn. And coming in to help is Dobek. In the far corner, puck squirts out to the hash. Asher can't handle. Still loose. Kuhn trying to enter the mix, and Tri-Town able to clear.
And here's Mason Grasso, who is subbing in for Erickson, who only took a couple of shifts in that last game against Longmeadow, but had to come out due to the injury he suffered against Agawam just a couple of weekends ago. But Grasso has looked good so far.
And another 3-on-1 opportunity goes to waste as Kuhn's saucer pass just out of the reach of Dobek and Asher. Could have been some serious trouble for Tri-Town had those three executed. And a nice defensive play that time from the man of the hour, and Mason Grasso able to break up that rush from Tri-Town. Fickett turns it right over to Lee. Lee trying to work it to Mandrala. They're going to say it was played with a high stick, but we play on. Now it's Nero trying to get a shot away in the slot. Loses it. O'Brien. Excuse me, Cakeley. Now over to Lee. Lee's shot deflects, almost went in. Ref waves his hands. No, it did not. Now sending it into the slot again, Mandrala. Twirling and swirling away from the defense. He chips it along the boards. Big hit applied that time from Nero. And it's sent in for an icing. 5:58 to go, period one.
Yeah, once again, this third line for East Longmeadows looked really good. Obviously, Nero and Cakeley cashed in on the first goal, and Mandrala has looked great as well. He had his first goal of the season against the Agawam game a couple of weekends ago.
At the point, here's O'Brien. He'll go down low, and he's taken down on the play. Puck loose, and Tri-Town is able to clear it. Seems like the Spartans have been on the power play, really doing a good job of keeping possession away from Tri-Town, whose mascot remains anonymous to us at this time. Now it's passed in. Sherwood, a bomb!
Wow.
By LePage is covered up by Douglas. Spartans wearing their home white uniforms. They have the Ottawa-style Spartan on the chest, red numbers on the back, gray stripe going across the middle and on the sleeves. That's outlined in red. EL on the shoulders, and red helmets. Tri-Town wearing black jerseys with purple, all trimmed in white. Purple numbers and black helmets with a stripe down the middle.
And most notably, their last names, making it easier for us to identify them.
Absolutely helps. As the other way, here comes Neves. Chops it. Right past Keller Reed. And now sending it cross ice. Francisco de la Flor into the game for East Longmeadow. He takes a big check and goes down. And we're going to get a whistle. Not sure exactly what for. Maybe just an offside. But De La Flor took a big hit there, and a guy who also hasn't had too many shifts this year. Welcome to high school varsity hockey.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I mean, the pass just barely got across from Keller Reed to him. It was a dangerous cross-ice pass from Reed. The shot comes from Asher.
Nice move he made there. He'll try and steer into the slot. His last deke was extinguished, but East Longmeadow retaining the zone. Kuhn in the slot, his wrist shot, pad save, Douglas. Douglas has had to make some good saves in addition to the goals he's allowed. Spartans' pressure has been very consistent. Here's another quick shot off the glove, still loose. Kuhn can't tap it home. And with 4:18 to go, we'll get another face-off.
Absolutely. Great pressure from that first line there. It had been a couple games because East Longmeadow's top line hadn't scored in their 5-2 win over Agawam, and of course didn't score in the Longmeadow game a couple of nights ago. So it's good to see them have gotten on the board early here.
Once you get going early and get that monkey off your back, it really helps with the flow of the rest of the game. And as you mentioned, Abby, the fact that they're able to do that early on should definitely make a little more of a stress-free last 2 periods.
Absolutely, especially in the manner that they did score that goal. They're kind of cruising along here, but hopefully they don't get too comfortable with this lead as we're just under 4 minutes left to play here in this first. As we saw with our underestimating of Longmeadow a couple of nights ago, and obviously that didn't work out for them. So hopefully they keep consistent with the pressure.
Cakeley trying to work it up to the top. It's turned over. Nice stick from Birmingham. Now cycling around is Nero up to the point. Tries the pass for Forsyth. Forsyth's shot goes in, steered aside easily by Douglas. Giuseppe Lee sends it in, trying to get some fresh legs as that Mandrella line exits the ice. Entering the zone, that's going to be an offside as LePage and Fisher not in sync there, and we'll get another face-off. 3:12 to go, 3-0 East Longmeadow.
Yeah, these lines are staying consistent for East Longmeadow, but I'm excited for when they eventually do go on the power play as LePage goes on with the top line, and usually it's Lee at the point for them. They usually have a lot of great chemistry, though, when they do get on that power play.
This one will be sent in by Grasso. LePage, the first one there, trying to work it in front. Still loose. Sherwood can't get a shot away. Bodies tumbling all over the ice. Now out to the point. Here's a quick shot and just whizzed by the net. I'm not sure Douglas saw it. Grasso searching for his first goal this season. That one deflected up into the air, and we're going to get a whistle. Maybe played with a high stick. And the faceoff will exit the zone and actually come all the way back to the East Longmeadow end.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that the Tri-Town defensemen have been screening their goaltender for a lot of the time as East Longmeadow cycles around and just sets up on their offensive zone. So that leaves plenty of space for East Longmeadow to find the back of the net. De La
Fleur skating up the far side boards he's run into, taking a few big hits early. Really getting hazed into gameplay early here. As puck is kept in. Nice job there from Keller Reed. Reed sends it back in.
And it's also good to see Joey Mazza out there for the Spartans as well. Another guy that hasn't had too many reps yet on this season for the Spartans, but he's looked pretty good so far in his few shifts that he's taken.
Yeah, and you got to think that Coach Dan Reed being a little strategic here, mixing in as a quick turnover. Here's a shot, they score! It'll be Wojcik. He collected a turnover earlier in the game, but was shut down. This time, he does not skip a beat. He's able to cash in and get Tri-Town on the board here. It's 3-1.
That was a well-placed shot, obviously, by the Tri-Town forward. 3 Spartans looking up the ice, just no communication there, and a bad turnover in their defensive zone leads to a goal.
So Tri-Town with something to show here in this first period. They desperately needed that one to stop the bleeding. And, of course, we saw Coach Reed mixing up the lines, getting in some of the younger guys early here, and we'll see if they get consistent playing time, even with that goal on the board, or if we're going to see mostly the veterans. Teddy Kuhn. Puck on his stick, can't complete the deke. He was getting all kinds of harass there from Tri-Town. Now Aiden Asher entering the zone, a deke move, and Douglas able to cover with 1:35 to go.
A good bounce back shift from the Spartans, of course, with the top line. They got something to prove, and hopefully Asher specifically can continue to show off his stick handling and cash in.
Top line, all seniors, all wearing C's. As Tri-Town collects the turnover. Fickett can't hang on to it. And now Grizzlick turns it over to Dobeck. Aiden Asher whacks it up and around the dasher. Teddy Kuhn, the first one there. Forsyth able to maintain control. He sends a wrist shot in and a save. Douglas still loose. Kuhn shoving away at it, trying to send it in front. Douglas was down in the dirty bird position.
A great play by Forsyth. He took the shot block, I believe, to keep it in the zone and then sent that puck in, looking for a good rebound opportunity for Kuhn.
As another shot comes in by Forsyth, who's been pulling the trigger a lot here tonight. And this one will come all the way back into the Spartan zone for an icing. Draw will be in the Tri-Town end.
Yeah, just about under a minute here in this first period. Looking for East Long Meadow to end the period good as before they head into their intermission, where hopefully they can regroup and get some of that energy that they had at the beginning of the game back.
Tri-Town with the puck, and it's going to be a penalty administered to Cakeley once East Long Meadow is able to touch up. So they'll be going to the kill, and yeah, it'll be a cross check going against Cakeley, and the Spartans will be the first team shorthanded here today.
Looking for Colin Sherwood to come up big on this penalty kill. Obviously, just a nasty shot from the Tri-Town forward on their only goals thus far. So hoping that Sherwood doesn't let that rattle him too much and he can come up big on this penalty kill.
Taking the draw will be Birmingham. Now 2-on-2 the other way. Nero and Mandrella trying to infiltrate the Tri-Town zone. Here's a shot from Nero, saved by Douglas. Too bad we don't have the trusty Olympia shot counter here, because I would love to see if it's lopsided or not. Giuseppe Lee strips the stick from Provinger. And now entering the zone, a really big hit from Nero. And slow to get up is Tri-Town's, I believe, I can't see the number exactly. I believe it's Robert Martin. Nope. Now that dark purple is starting to kill us. Jake Hurlbert. He's hunched over on the side of the bench. I'm not sure. Yes, they will head to the locker room, so they will clear the ice. They used to do it every 2 periods here at Sear. And so we will take a break for the first intermission. 15 minutes on the clock for period 2. Spartans lead this one 3-1. We'll be right back here on LCAT. Welcome back. Period 2 here. Devin Doback, Abby LePage along with you here on LCAT. Spartans lead this one 3-1. First goal happened just 10 seconds in. It was Tommy Cakeley before Aiden Fisher and Braden Doback added another pair to make it 3-0. Wojcik able to bury one while he was in all alone on Sherwood, and that's where we stand at 3-1. Spartans start period 2 on the kill. Tommy Cakeley with a cross-checking minor. He's still got a minute left to serve on that. Provencher, a drop pass, and here's a shot from Beeves, and it goes.
Yeah, this is a really crucial kill for the Spartans, obviously hoping to not let them get back into this game. I believe Tri-Town's first goal is a momentum killer for the Spartans, and now that they're on the penalty kill, they're hoping to gain back that momentum.
And you want to see East Long Meadow rebuild that, as you said, so they can get those younger guys some minutes. You know, definitely going to be tough when you're playing those conference games. So anytime you can work in the younger kids will be great to get their confidence up as well. Some more experience and gameplay. Up to the point, it's Provencher. He sends it down low. In the corner now, Birmingham sends it cross ice. Here's the wrist shot. It whistles wide. And now out to the point, Provencher keeping it in. His shot is snuffed out, and Nero will hang on to it before clearing it the length of the ice. That will do it for the Cakeley minor. He's out of the box.
Yeah, good pressure by Nero, obviously, as we saw that big hit that he laid at the end of the first period, and he's keeping up that energy here in the second.
The other way, stretch pass looking for Sherwood didn't work. Keller Reed looking for a point here. And now here comes Bobby Martin, the fourth. He's shoved off by Lee. Tough guy to get through. Those two will get tangled up in the corner. Lee gloves it down and trying to escape his own zone. His saucer pass gloved down, and now the other way. LePage almost got caught with a slash. Got to be careful. And Sherwood will cover up for a whistle. 12:50 to go, period 2.
Yeah, LePage, one of many who went in the box and caused a power play goal for Longmeadow last game. Hoping now that Cakeley has served his penalty that they're going to be more disciplined throughout this period and the rest of the game.
Wojcik, the goal scorer, will take it opposite of Sherwood. Sherwood the victor this time. And the Spartans wrap it around. This will not be an icing, it's waved off. So a nice clear that time. Now the other way. Brett Cato can't control the puck. Big hit in the corner boards. Forsyth keeps it in. Tried the shot. It was knocked down in front by Sherwood. And then finally is steered back around the net. LePage tied up behind the net. He's being bodied off the puck by Rolanitis. Another big hit from Forsyth this time. Physicality picking up in this game nonetheless. Under 12 minutes to go, Spartans lead 3-1.
Yeah, once again, Forsyth looks really good in this game. Him and his defensive pair, Chad O'Brien, defensive minds and just willing to play the body no matter what it takes to keep that puck in the zone.
Coach Reed wanted a penalty for Asher being taken down, won't get it. So we play on, still in the offensive zone. But here comes a one-on-one. Provencher in a race with Forsyth. Provencher trips on his own power, and Forsyth able to play the puck up to Asher, and it's out of the zone. Croyle now playing it over across for Eric Bava.
Yeah, we're obviously looking to see the first power play for East Long Meadow here in this game. Dan Reed not happy with the officiating from last game and obviously now continued pattern this game. So hoping to get East Long Meadow to showcase what they can do on the power play.
Icing will be the call, and face-off will be back in the East Long Meadow end. Ref discussing something. And finally we'll drop the puck, or at least we'll think about it. False start, and we'll try again now. Andrella wins that draw. Cakeley can't control it, and it's kept in by Tri-Town. Mandralla. Birmingham takes his lunch money, and the other way, here we go. Now Nero in the neutral zone. A nice move to get by Birmingham. He'll try and skate in with speed. His spin move, too much there. And now Reed run into. Lee turns it over. Now Provencher, the ever dangerous playmaker. A nice move that time. Tried the same one. This time the Spartans able to snuff it out. Puck still in the Tri-Town zone.
I believe I hit that ref there in the corner, keeping that puck in for Tri-Town.
Lee can't get it out of the zone. And now Joe Mazza loses the puck. Here come the Spartans, 3-on-2 the other way, off the stick of Mazza. He tries to slip by Tri-Town and then use his own body weight. His stick tied up, and puck comes out to the point. Here's Giuseppe Lee. His wrist shot blocked down in front. Neves able to collect the turnover, and Tri-Town will now have it in the Spartan zone.
Here's Cody Shaw up the ice. Shaw looking to get more reps as well. One of the younger guys skating with Joey Mazza as well. Good to see them back here looking good in the second period.
Shaw can't win the race there, and puck comes back into the East Long Meadow zone. Reed playing it on the boards over for LePage. And now fresh out of the box, a big hit on Martin, and referee going to blow the whistle. What will we have here? I believe another offside.
Yeah, Lee has demonstrated there opposite pretty much all of his defensive pairs is an offensive-minded defenseman. Anytime he can, he will take the shot. Maybe not good enough. He's had other options, especially on one of the shots I saw earlier, right into the forward's body. So he has other options. Sometimes his offensive mindedness gets ahead of him, but hoping he can
Spartans going to be going to the
Prevail.
power play here, as we're going to get, I believe, an interference penalty. And yes, we will. It's going to be the goal scorer, Wojcik. So he will serve two. And Abby, you've given a lot of light to this Spartan power play. They're going to get their first opportunity here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the Spartans' second unit, which has also looked good as well. They've had a couple power play goals on the season. Mindrala, Sherwood, Fisher, and then the defensive pair of Forsyth and O'Brien. They've looked good as well. And then hopefully halfway through this power play, we'll see the first unit come on.
As sending it in front now. It's collected once again. Here's Fisher sending it up to O'Brien. O'Brien steering it down to Mindrala. Now trying the touch pass. O'Brien gets a shot. Not sure if it got all the way through. Out to the point now. Forsyth playing it for O'Brien. O'Brien keeping it on his forehand, now backhand. Pinching down low into the corner. He pays the price. A nice hit that time. Birmingham taken down. Referees say no call. Sherwood up to the point, O'Brien. O'Brien steering it back down into the corner. Mandrala using his body to shield it. Now Fisher behind the goal. No one home in front. He gets knocked down, stays with it. Help coming from Sherwood. Sherwood up to the point now. O'Brien shot blocker save by Douglas. 1 minute left on the minor penalty to Wojcik.
Yeah, a couple great shots by defenseman Chad O'Brien in this one. Hoping to get some rebound opportunities and see what he can do.
Sherwood sending it over to O'Brien. This unit been out there for over a minute now. Forsyth turns it over. Provencher trying to create a breakaway the other way, but Forsyth recovers and can't get it this time to Sherwood. Spartans will get every new skater they can out of it. It's kept in the zone. Here comes Teddy Kuhn with speed. Can't keep it on his stick. Sends it in front, and Asher didn't get too much on that one.
It was a bad turnover by the Tri-Town defenseman.
And I believe East Long Meadow now going to go. Not exactly sure. No, I'm not exactly sure as we sort this thing out.
Yeah, the penalty box is open for Wojcik, though there's still 13 seconds on the clock that he still has to serve for his penalty. It's a confusing situation here.
And it might be a bench minor that we have coming here. So yes, Spartan's going to have a quick 5-on-3. I thought the penalty was going to come against East Long Meadow just when it was indicated, and then the immediate whistle blow. But nonetheless, they're going to have 13 seconds with a 5-on-3 before they head to a 5-on-4. Dobek ties it up. Kuhn comes in to help him out. Lee at the point, trying to set it up. Here's Asher on the far side, sends it across ice for Kuhn, over to Lee now. Lee for Asher. Some good perimeter movement. That one deflected, almost looked like it went in from our view.
It did.
But it misses on the far side. Now 5-on-4 once again, as the Wojcik penalty has expired. Neves serving the other one. Sending in front, here's Asher's shot, and Douglas, not sure if he had it. He will get the whistle, so a nice save made there. He didn't even know he made it. And we'll get another face-off on the far side hash.
Yeah, it was a wicked hard shot from Aiden Asher, just near the red line, and great save by Douglas. But it's great to see East Long Meadow showing off their passing skills with still a minute and a half left in this power play.
Dobek trying to use his body to win the draw again. Kuhn can't keep it in, but Dobek to his aid. Asher gliding in, looking to get it to Dobek off his stick, and Kuhn now goes down to the ice. Dobek on the near side, boards up to Lee. Asher cycling it back up to the top. He finds Dobek. Dobek looking in front for LePage. They're not on the same page. 1 minute to go on the power play.
Yeah, LePage staying in his prime slot position as instructed by head coach Dan Reed as they've practiced in. He's gotten some reps in the slot, and he's trying to send in those passes from behind the net.
Nice clearing attempt there. That wouldn't have happened a year ago today, as the boards have gotten bigger and there's now netting. So those short boards no longer here at Sear Arena, making some upgrades. 30 seconds to go on the power play for East Long Meadow. Asher almost offside there. He sends it around the boards. Now over to the far side. Gliding, sends it over to Kuhn. Kuhn with space, sends it over to Lee. Lee loses control of it, gets bailed out. Now Asher on the doorstep, his shot saved. He goes around the net again. Looking to get it to Kuhn. Lee gets it, it's redirected, they score! I believe it'll be Dobek who's credited, either him or LePage. We'll see who leads the line. As that one was deflected and just a whole mess. We'll see who they credit it to.
Yeah, misdirection. We saw that puck barely even got off of the ice surface. Interesting to see who will be credited with that goal. But that all started back in his own zone with a great spin move, Teddy Kuhn, and an up-ice rush. And then the pass over to Asher, who created that rebound opportunity that got out to the point, and the shot that got redirected went in.
Not sure. Maybe it was even redirected by Tri-Town. Who knows? Nonetheless, Spartans will take it. That's when you missed the announcer there at Olympia who would inform everybody, or at least who the refs thought got it. Now back in the Spartan zone as they're able to get their fourth goal. 4.5 to go here, period 2.
Yeah, it's been a solid period for East Long Meadow thus far. They had an easy time killing that penalty as we started the second period, and now adding a goal. They've gained back that momentum as a big hit was laid on Forsyth there.
Yeah, that was Farrow who was run into. Coach Reed not pleased. He gives a slap to the back glass. And we'll see if the Spartans respond here. Alec Nero leading the 2-on-1. He's got Cakeley trailing. Tried to get it to the middle and no one home. Reed in disbelief.
Yeah, Chad O'Brien was wide open. All three players for Tri-Town were over in the corner, and Chad O'Brien was open on the left wing, but no one could find him.
Nero sending it over. Forsyth just unable to keep it. Now Wojcik 1-on-1 against O'Brien the other way. Trying to make a move. He comes over to the near side. His shot goes way wide. His team trying to keep it in. As referee arm in the air, and Spartan's going to go back to the power play with 3:24 to go. Tri-Town can't believe it as referee comes over to give the indication. I'm not sure. It's like a half cross-check indication.
I think it was a roughing call on...
Roughing, interesting. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I saw too much roughing there and some displease from Wojcik, who's going to serve his second penalty now. He's got the goal, but his time in the box has really handicapped his team.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for East Long Meadow to end the period on a high note, as the top line is once again out there for East Long Meadow.
Now Teddy Kuhn trying to glide away around the goal. Sends it up top to Asher. Asher over to Lee. That #1 unit out there for the Spartans. Now Asher cutting in on his backhand, can't hang on to it. And it's sent back up for Lee again. He tries to bank it off, and it's fanned at by Hurlbert, who was trying to clear it, and finally the job is finished.
Yeah, all period, Tri-Town has had some difficulties clearing the puck out of their zone. They've had way too many turnovers in their defensive zone, and East Long Meadow has been able to get some good shot opportunities off of those.
Breakdown for Tri-Town. It'll be a 3-on-2 for the Spartans. Dobek walks in. His shot saved Douglas. Minute and 4 seconds left on the Wojcik minor. But the Spartans getting numbers, getting what they want the other way, just unfortunately unable to cash in that time. Long wrist shot, not going to do it in those situations.
Yeah, now we'll see how this second unit looks. Once again, hoping for them to cash in on this power play with just about 2.5 left to go in this period.
Aiden Fisher has a goal tonight, looking for more on this power play. Over to Sherwood now on the far hash. His shot saved Douglas. Douglas has definitely got a volume of shots from East Longmeadow, but they have 4 goals to show on the day and a comfortable 3-goal lead.
And Douglas's vision has been pretty impaired this whole game. He's been screened in front. There was a screen by Manjal on this last play. A tip, I believe, by Sherwood on that. Shot from the point by Forsyth.
O'Brien down low helping out. Sends it to Sherwood. Now over to Fisher. At the point, Forsyth checking it down low. O'Brien calling for it, but gliding in and losing it is Fisher. Sherwood, under 30 seconds to go on the power play, and I believe the net off its pedestal, so we'll get another face-off.
Yeah, unfortunately that the play had to stop as East Longmeadow was showing off their great passing skills. They had tons of space, especially in this shift here, but still 30 seconds left on this power play.
This one goes the length of the ice. 20 seconds to go. Spartan power play has had a few good chances, but other than that, been pretty docile. Credit to Tri-Town. As now Fisher sending it over to O'Brien. O'Brien walks in, his wrist shot just over the net. He loves to go high and tight. And then leaving the zone will.
And I believe East Longmeadow was upset. Their bench was screaming as I believe
the penalty was expiring there, and they thought there was going to be 2-on-0 the other way if Forsyth couldn't handle it. Couple quick saves for Sherwood there. He's been not facing too much here tonight. Bava at the point. It's blocked, and now Sherwood got hooked on the play. Coach Reed can't believe it. And I think I have to agree with him. I mean, a blatant hook right in front of the official. And that's one that I don't know how you miss.
Absolutely. With Joey Mazza springing up his right wing as well, he would have had perfect opportunity to send that pass across in the crease, but because of the hook, he was unable to.
Played around the boards by Cody Shaw, brother of Ryan Shaw, who a standout in this area, went to Pope Francis, of course, and now committed to RPI, going to play Division I hockey. 21 seconds to go. Score 4-1 in favor of East Longmeadow, but just 1 goal scored in the entirety of period 2, and it belongs to the Spartans. Dobeck wins the draw. Now at the point, it's blocked down on the shot by Reed, and I believe in some serious pain is going to be Bevas.
Good ending ship by the top line as Asher was just able to get that shot just above the crossbar off the pass from Dobeck. That's going to end our period. Still 4-1 for the Spartans as they head into the third with that momentum gained back off of the lone goal scored in the second.
So we'll take a break as well as they will clean the ice this time. 4-1 East Longmeadow. We'll be back right here on LCAT for period 3. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back for period 3 here. Devin Dobeck, Abby LePage along with you on a nice Saturday afternoon here in early January, and Tri-Town getting into it early, banging their sticks on the boards. Spartans trying to snuff out that momentum early on. They have a 3-goal lead as we enter period 3.
Yeah, it's going to take a great effort from Tri-Town to get back into this game, hoping East Longmeadow can conserve Tri-Town's energy early on and control the third.
Shot is patted away by Sherwood. Might have been offline anyway. Behind the goal. Giuseppe Lee trying to make a move. Sends it over to Asher. Now Dobeck back to Asher, who stays with it. He glides in before he's run into by Provencher. That one might have went off the outside of the post as Asher got a chance. And now back out to the point. Asher trying to sling it back on in. Dobeck out to Lee. Lee's wrist shot. Not much steam on that one. It goes over the net.
No, once again, we talked about it too with Chad and Giuseppe as well. They're placing their shots way high above the crossbar, hoping to get those down low to get some rebound opportunities.
Can't score if you don't hit the net. As Lee sends another one in, it's deflected down in front. Dobek the first one there. He'll send it off the stick of Asher. He walks in, his shot rung the bell. And it comes back out to the sideboards. Asher almost had his first goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, 2 posts for Asher in this shift. Looking for him to continue with those shots as he's getting real close, obviously.
Puck is thrown out and all the way back into the East Long Meadow zone. Referee signaling that there's been a high stick it was played with. I'm not sure that it was touched, though. Nonetheless, draw will be in the East Long Meadow zone. 13:10 to go, period 3. Sherwood on the draw. He loses it to Martin. Swept along the boards, and Forsyth trying to win the race. O'Brien has to bail him out. And now Croyle sending it in front, still loose. Martin trying to stuff it home. And they come in and start hacking at Sherwood. That was Wojcik taking a few extra stabs. And
yeah, East Long Meadow takes exception to that. As obviously great save by Sherwood initially and then the cover. Can't have that from your opposers going at your goalie.
Now here's Fisher trying to gain some speed and head into the zone. It's closed off, and now it comes out into the sideboard. Forsyth can't keep it in, and Sherwood, a dangerous pass, but he gets it to O'Brien. And it's now behind the Tri-Town goal. Douglas trying to not let too many more in. His team trailing by 3 here in period 3. Four or 5 bodies in the corner boards, and finally Tri-Town coming away with the puck.
Yeah, it doesn't look like East Long Meadow is putting that much pressure on the shift. As we said back in the first, once they got their 3-goal lead, that we were hoping they weren't going to get too comfortable with it, as we saw with Tri-Town's lone goal in the first to make it 3-1, hoping that East Long Meadow wouldn't sit back and allow them to get back into this game, and we're hoping they don't continue to do that in this third period.
11:49 to go, period 3, and an icing call as Nero wins the race. So the draw all the way back to the Tri-Town zone, and Mandrala wins it. Shot comes in from Lee and misses wide. And the corner boards, Cakeley battling for it. Birmingham gets his pocket picked by Mandrala.
Yeah, the physicality has been present all game, and we're hoping for East Long Meadow to keep it up, but also make sure that they do stay out of the box, as they have successfully been doing all game, besides Tommy Cakeley's one offense in that second period there. But good on East Long Meadow to stay disciplined in this game so far, and hoping that they continue to do so.
Reed turns it over. It comes back into the Spartan zone. Joe Mazza loses the puck, and dangerous area that puck was sent to. Hurlbert trying to keep it in. And Grizzlick now with the puck. Cato can't keep it in, and Hurlbert with a little bit of a late check. Provenger's shot comes in and is covered for another faceoff. 10:33 to go.
Yeah, Sherwood has looked solid so far since allowing that 1 goal by Tri-Town in the first. He's been sitting pretty comfortable in his net, hasn't faced too many shots, and hopefully he keeps up his good performance.
Dobek and Kuhn talking some things over. The draw is won by Tri-Town. Croyle's wrist shot is deflected by Kuhn and won't get all the way to Sherwood. Forsyth behind the goal, trying to stay with it. As run into, and we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be interference on O'Brien. Tough one there as both guys playing the puck, but referees think a little much from O'Brien there, and he's going to have to go serve 2.
Yeah, there was some physicality there, but it looked like the Tri-Town player just kind of tripped over the net's mooring. But nonetheless, East Long Meadows going back to the penalty kill for the first time since Cakeley's offense, and hopefully Sherwood can once again bail them out.
O'Brien accepts his fate, and we're playing on here. As they can't keep it in the zone. Big mistake from Bava. Now in the zone, Kuhn on the shorthand, sending it in front for Asher. It hops over his stick, and eventually they cash in. Outbound it on the wrist shot. Aiden Asher, just when you thought he wasn't going to be able to convert, he gets it back and buries one home to make it 5-1, a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, mishandled by Asher there initially, and it looks like Tri-Town just took their eye off of him, thinking that he didn't have any room to get the shot off, but he did, and he found far side of the goaltender.
And the play all started with Teddy Kuhn collecting the turnover, a really aggressive forecheck while on the kill, was able to pick Bava's pocket and set up his fellow captain. Another shot. Asher almost picked up a second goal in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time for Asher to pot one here. He's been looking great all game and finally cashes in, looking for another one.
Birmingham leading the 3-on-2 charge the other way, taken down by Lee. Still on the ground, puck comes loose, trying to set it up in front. Provencher, here he comes in, and the shot, a nice, beautiful save from Sherwood. Another backhand attempt from Neves, as Lee had gotten tied up.
And this time it was East Long Meadow taking their eye off of the Tri-Town forward, as all of East Long Meadow's penalty killing forwards were down low and leaving for Provencher to get the shot off. No one on him, and Sherwood made a great save.
Out to the point, Provencher trying to send it down low. It's picked off and thrown down to the ice. Is a Tri-Town man. He's slow to his feet. Body's flying everywhere here in the Spartan end.
A big hit by the freshman Keller Reed on the Tri-Town player, and East Long Meadow able to capitalize and clear.
Now LePage lays a big hit. Body's starting to fly as Croyle had gotten dumped, and we'll see, I believe the draw will be at center ice. Physical play picking up, to say the least here. 35 seconds left on the O'Brien minor penalty. Now Reed sending it the length of the ice. Killing some time as we're down to 22 seconds. Now Sherwood, nice job to tie up the puck, and that's just wrong place, wrong time. Referees are going to get him for a trip, but just a really unfortunate call. Sherwood trying to pick up his stick, and as he did, took down a man, and Spartan's going to get another penalty here.
Yeah, definitely just an unlucky play. Sherwood, I had noticed, definitely had dropped his stick at the middle of him trying to pin that puck against the board to kill some more time off of this penalty, and unfortunately just, as you said, Evan, wrong place, wrong time, and trips the man as he picks up his stick, and it'll be a 5-on-3 for 11 seconds for Tri-Town.
So, Tri-Town with a chance to capitalize here. Croyle keeping it in now. Provencher at the point. Mandrella was down on the ground, not sure why, and Provencher's shot luckily goes wide. O'Brien out of the box now, and a nice play from Mike Mandrella that time to get it out of the zone. Provencher with speed glides in, gets right around Lee. His shot saves Sherwood. Really nice move from Provencher there, isn't he nifty?
Yeah, great move and a great save as well by Sherwood on that play. And East Long Meadow still hasn't cleared the zone, but now they do.
Lee, a risky hit there, threw down an opponent, and lucky he's not going to serve 2. As loose puck in the neutral zone. Provencher trying to keep it in, but it's cleared the length of the ice, all the way down in on Douglas. Birmingham. Chased by LePage. He goes the other way with speed and space. Here comes Birmingham entering the zone. Over to Provencher. Provencher stick handles in. His shot, he scores. What a nifty forehand, backhand, forehand move. And he's able to cash in and make it 5-2.
Yeah, that placement was just the same as Tri-Town's first goal, high glove side of Sherwood. And it is going to be a 5-2 game. But hopefully with East Long Meadow's 5th goal this period, they are able to keep Tri-Town from coming back in this game. It's still 3-goal deficit that Tri-Town needs to overcome.
So the penalty to Sherwood will be costly as that one clangs off something out of play. Not sure, maybe the inner part of the glass. And we'll get another face-off here, 7:01 to go.
And it was also an underclassmen penalty unit. It was Shaw and Cakeley, I believe, that were out there, the 2 sophomores that haven't gotten too many reps into this game.
Joey Mazza on the forecheck. Trying to provide some harassment in the Tri-Town end. Now loose puck, Joe Mazza can't collect it. He's going to be run into the boards. Nice hit from Grizzlick that time. Puck shoots out into the slot area as Cody Shaw, his helmet coming undone. Some physical play going on in front of the net. Spartans slapping it back into the Tri-Town end, but here they go with speed gliding in. Here's a move, they score! It'll be Wojcik, a defensive breakdown by East Long Meadow. That was Grasso, who just got burned right around the blue line area. And just like that, it's 5-3.
Credit to Tri-Town. I mean, all 3 of those goals have been greatly placed. Obviously, with this goal, much different than the first 2, as the great move to completely undress Sherwood and pot this in the empty net. But Tri-Town is crawling back into this game. It's 5-3, now only a 2-goal deficit that Tri-Town needs to overcome. And East Long Meadow should be feeling rattled right now.
Yeah, they should have at least a 5-6 goal lead the way that the tempo has been, but nonetheless, still within reach for Tri-Town. Kuhn touches it over to Dobek. Dobek up the right side with speed, protecting the puck. He's closed off. Kuhn has to come help him out. Staying with it now, works it back to Dobek. Dobek, that puck left the zone. And so Spartans will have to regroup to avoid offside. Provencher almost was in all alone. Just couldn't collect it and drop it down to himself. Dobek runs over Birmingham. And now back out into the neutral zone.
Yeah, Tri-Town has completely changed their approach here. They're definitely more pressuring the East Long Meadow forwards in their defensive end. And then their offensive end, they're getting many opportunities to take advantage of East Long Meadow's holes on defense.
They're going to say the puck played with a high stick here, so we'll get another face-off back in the East Long Meadow end.
Yeah, though East Long Meadow's defense has looked good for those first couple of periods, unfortunately the ways that they played versus Long Meadow a couple of nights ago is showing back again in this 3rd period. Hopefully they can fill those holes on defense once again.
Shot comes in quickly and a save by Sherwood. Now in the end, Martin can't collect it. And the other way, here comes East Long Meadow. LePage trying to win the race against Croyle. Working it in front, and a hit from Fisher to jar the puck free. Possible breakaway the other way for Wojcik, trying to dance around O'Brien. 1-on-3, he gets on his forehand and fans. Another chance for him, he's run into, and puck skitters over to the end boards. Under 5 to go here in regulation. Forsyth, he's run over, and Tri-Town keeping it in the zone. Bava just barely getting enough stick on it to keep it in the zone, and eventually leaves. Here comes a breakaway for Chris Sherwood the other way. He's hacked at, he shoots, he scores! As he's taken down and into the boards, Sherwood able to cash in some extracurriculars here has a couple guys not happy with each other, but the Spartans push the lead back to 3. Sherwood on the breakaway picks up a goal.
Yeah, great shot by Chris Sherwood, using his speed there as well to get into that zone and get off of the player that was chasing him on that breakaway, but just caught the blocker pad, I believe, of the goaltender Douglas, and was able to find the back of the net.
Birmingham now with space. He walks in, his shot, glove save by Colin Sherwood. Had to be a good one, and he came up with it there to keep this a 3-goal lead.
Absolutely, back-to-back great plays from the Sherwood brothers there. And Colin definitely needed to make a statement save on that one to make sure that East Long Meadow is going to finish this game strong in the final 4 minutes or so.
Lee trying to give a big hit over to Hurlburt, but Hurlburt a nice reverse there. At the point now. It's sent back around the net, up to Hurlburt. Puck free in the neutral zone. Nero. Haven't seen much of him here in this third period. Provencher. He's closed off. Nice job by Reed, and I'm not sure, I believe they're going to get a penalty on East Long Meadow there. Just a bit of a stick grab from Provencher was enough to get the call.
Yeah, it looked like a good defensive play at first by Reed, but the ref just thought he did a little too much there, and East Long Meadow is heading back to the penalty kill.
So Reed will have to serve a 2-minute hooking minor, and we'll see if Tri-Town can make this game within reach once again. 3:38 to go in regulation. They trail by 3.
Yeah, his father, head coach Dan Reed, isn't too happy about that call there, as he thought it was a good defensive play, good clean defensive play by Reed, but nonetheless, 3:38 on the clock, and it's going to be a big penalty kill for East Long Meadow.
And you can understand why he's upset. I mean, kind of the way that it developed was awkward, and unfortunately, Reed, the short end of the stick there. Tri-Town falls down on the puck. Wojcik trying to keep it in as Forsyth run into a big hit, knocks him into the net. He's not pleased with the ref. It's wrapped around over to Bobby Martin, the 4th. And Dobek now collects and can't quite clear at the length, but gets it over to Kuhn. 2-on-1 potentially the other way. Kuhn and Dobek as it's broken up. A nice defensive play that time from Wojcik. And now Kuhn gets a quick shot looking 5-hole, and Douglas covers up to make the save.
Yeah, this offensive pair on the penalty kill has been really good thus far. Teddy Kuhn and Brady Dobek have gotten some good shot opportunities on the penalty kill.
2:51 to go here. Spartans still short-handed. 1:13 left on the minor penalty to Reed. Asher whacks it, almost got a piece of the ref, and it goes down into the Tri-Town end. Entering the zone now. Drop pass from Hurlburt, sent it right to Asher, who flips it over to O'Brien. Bank pass will go the length of the ice and kill some more time on that penalty clock.
Yeah, a good pickpocket by Asher, and another one by Chris Sherwood, and he is going to score.
Yeah, Chris Sherwood on the forecheck, able to get the turnover, and he's got 2 shorthanded goals now, if I'm not mistaken. Now a 7-3 East Long Meadow lead.
A big play by East Long Meadow on their penalty kill, as there was some worry that they were going to let Tri-Town get back into this game if they were to achieve a power play goal. But luckily, thanks to Sherwood, they have now gained a safe 4-goal lead with just about 2 minutes left here to play.
That will just about put the nail in the coffin. And a big offensive night, crucial for the Spartans, with Minichog coming up on Monday. Fisher with speed, he glides in on the back end. Wrist shot off the side of the cage. Trying to stay with it, he's being worked on. Sends it into the front, still loose. Here's the shot. It might have found its way in. Not sure who they'll credit the goal to, either Fisher or Grosso. And I believe Fisher got it on the tip. Now 8-3 Spartans. Back-to-back shorthanded goals.
Yeah, this is a great turnaround and a great showing for Mason Grosso coming into this game, only having played a couple periods so far in this season, with the shot and tip by Fisher.
Minute 45 to go as that one's sent in. And off the goalie Douglas. LePage would have been right there had he let it free. 1:41 to go and 3 seconds on Reeds Minor.
Yeah, once again, similar score, but opposite to the Longmeadow game. This is a great showing for East Longmeadow, especially ahead of their tough matchup against Minnechaug. That will be Monday morning.
Reed out of the box. Sherwood runs into him, and didn't like that he was in his crease. LePage almost had a break the other way, but icing will be the whistle, and draw comes back to the Spartan end. Sherwood has no problem clearing out his crease down there on their end. Martin on the draw, opposite of Sherwood. Puck is free to LePage, who's run into. Nice check that time. I believe that was Bava. Now Fisher. With speed, comes into the zone. Runs into a couple black jerseys and loses the puck. 1 minute remaining in the hockey game. Spartans with a comfortable 5-goal lead. Just trying not to come up with anything, and I believe we're going to get a penalty.
Yeah, I believe that's going to go Aiden Fisher for his check along the boards on the Tri-Town defenseman with just 56 seconds left here in this game.
He's not pleased with that call, but he'll have to serve 2 nonetheless. .56 seconds to go.
Absolutely no sweat for East Longmeadow on this short penalty kill, as they, of course, are aware they will be winning this game up 5 goals on Tri-Town, though they will hope to end this game on a good note.
Asher on the forecheck, able to send it back into the Tri-Town end. Closing in on 30 seconds to go. Asher trying one last rush. Over to Kuhn. Kuhn sending it back out to the point. Reed across and over to Lee. Lee takes a big hit from Farrow. And everybody up, and we're ready for the draw once again. You know, Lee takes exception to big checks like that. Hopefully he's able to keep his composure these last 21 seconds. You don't want anything to have to roll over into the next game. Shot comes in, almost found its way into the net as a screen shot fooled Douglas. Farrow entering the zone, 5 seconds to go. Scrum for the puck. It will be flipped up, and Lee holds. Spartans win this one 8-3. Abby, any last thoughts before we wrap things up here?
Just reiterating how important this game was to East Longmeadow's confidence as they had to play Minnechaug on Monday after their disappointing loss to Longmeadow on Thursday evening. So this was really important to the Spartans, and hopefully they can keep up this energy on Monday morning.
Big one, 10 a.m. against Minnechaug, and this win more pivotal after the 8-2 loss to Longmeadow. So Spartans kind of finding that middle ground once again. Thank you so much for joining us here on LCAT. As for my partner, Abby LePage, I'm Devin Dobek, the voice of the Spartans. We'll see you next time.